Welcome to my channel, The Spoiler Zone, your ultimate destination for in-depth analysis and captivating breakdowns of your favorite film. Alert: this video contains spoilers. The Bourne Identity is a 2002 action thriller film directed by Doug Liman and written by Tony Gilroy and William Blake Herron. Based on Robert Ludlum's 1980 novel of the same name, it is the first installment in the Bourne franchise, and the film stars Matt Damon, Franka Potente, Chris Cooper, Clive Owen, Brian Cox, and Adewale Akinnuoye-Agbaje. In the film, Jason Bourne, Damon, suffers from psychogenic amnesia and is forced to fight to unlock his identity and his mysterious connection to the CIA. Attempts to develop a feature film adaptation of Ludlum's novel first began in 1981 but stalled after being passed to different distributors, with Warner Brothers producing a television film adaptation in 1988. Liman revived the feature film project in 1996 and worked with Ludlum and David Self on its screenplay after Gilroy initially declined. Gilroy made several changes to the script upon joining, with additional contributions from Herron. After Damon and Potente were cast, principal photography began in October 2000 and lasted until February 2001, with filming taking place in Paris, Prague, Imperia, Rome, Mykonos, and Zurich. Production was troubled. The creators frequently clashed with studio executives over delays, costs, last-minute changes, and unexpected reshoots. The movie starts in the Mediterranean Sea. Italian fishermen rescue an American man adrift with 2 gunshot wounds in his back. They tend to his wounds and find he has no memory of his identity but is able to demonstrate advanced combat skills and fluency in several languages. They find a tiny laser projector under his skin in his hip that gives the number of a safe deposit box in Zurich, and the man decides to go investigate. He goes to the bank to investigate the deposit box, where he finds various currencies, passports, and IDs with different names, and a handgun. The man takes everything but the gun and starts using the name on the American passport, Jason Bourne. After Bourne's departure, a bank employee contacts Operation Treadstone, a CIA Black Ops program. Treadstone's head, Alexander Conklin, issues alerts to police to capture Bourne and assigns 3 agents to kill him, codenamed Castel, Mannheim, and the Professor. CIA Deputy Director Ward Abbott contacts Conklin about a failed assassination attempt against exiled African dictator Wombosi, and Conklin promises that he will deal with the agent who failed. Bourne tries evading the Swiss police by using his U.S. passport to enter the American consulate but is pursued by Marine guards. He escapes before offering $20,000 to Marie Kreutz, a 26-year-old German woman whom he saw at the consulate, to drive him to an address in Paris. Upon reaching the address, they enter an apartment where Bourne contacts a hotel through the phone. He inquires about the names on his passports there, learning that a John Michael Caine was registered but died 2 weeks before in a car crash. Castel ambushes Bourne and Marie in the apartment, but Bourne gets the upper hand. Instead of allowing himself to be interrogated, Castel throws himself from a window to his death. While searching through Castel's belongings, Marie finds wanted posters of Bourne and herself and so agrees to help him. After the two evade police in Marie's car, they spend the night in a Paris hotel. Meanwhile, Wombosi obsesses over the attempt on his life. Conklin, having anticipated this, planted a body to pose as John Michael Caine in a morgue to appear as the assailant, but Wombosi remains unconvinced and threatens to report the CIA's actions to the media. The Professor then assassinates Wombosi on Conklin's orders. Bourne, posing as Caine, learns about the failed assassination attempt on Wombosi's yacht, and that the assassin was shot twice in the back during the escape, ultimately realizing that he was responsible for the attempt. Bourne and Marie take refuge at the French countryside, home of Marie's half-brother Eamon and his children. Under pressure from Abbott to handle the matter, Conklin tracks Bourne's location and sends the professor to kill him. The professor is mortally wounded by Bourne, and he reveals their shared connection to Treadstone before dying. Bourne sends Marie, Eamon, and the children away for their protection. He then contacts Conklin via the professor's phone, and they agree to meet alone in Paris. When Bourne sees that Conklin is not alone, he abandons their meeting but manages to place a tracking device on Conklin's car, leading Bourne to the Treadstone safe house in Paris. Bourne breaks in and holds Conklin and logistics technician Nicky Parsons at gunpoint. Conklin reveals to Bourne his association with Treadstone and presses him to remember his past. Bourne recalls his attempt to assassinate Wombosi through successive flashbacks. Under orders from Treadstone, Bourne infiltrated Wombosi's yacht as Kane and managed to get close enough to assassinate him. However, Bourne was unable to find the nerve to kill Wombosi while his children were present and instead fled, being shot during his escape and losing his memory. Bourne announces he is resigning from Treadstone and warns Conklin not to follow him. As agents descend on the safe house, Bourne fights his way through. When Conklin leaves the safe house, he encounters Mannheim, who kills him under Abbott's orders. Abbott then shuts down Treadstone. Abbott reports to an oversight committee that Treadstone is decommissioned before the discussion turns to a new project codenamed Blackbriar. Sometime later, Bourne finds Marie renting out scooters to tourists on Mykonos, and the two reunite. What I understand from the movie is The Bourne Identity is a gripping and suspenseful thriller that combines action-packed sequences with thought-provoking themes of identity, morality, and redemption. It serves as the first installment in a successful film franchise and established Jason Bourne as an iconic cinematic character. Subscribe and comment for more videos like this, and thank you for watching.